Hi there, and welcome to this amazing training. All right, I'm so delighted to be leading you on this training session, on this video training on how to stand out in an overcrowded industry. I believe you saw the intro video or you were directed to this video, and I want to believe that you saw this topic and you could relate to it, and you see that something you want to learn, something you want to discover for yourself. I welcome you. Today I'm going to be covering how you can stand out as a business in such an overcrowded industry that you are in. All right, I'll be showing you 3 key steps to establish yourself as an authority in your niche and start attracting high-paying clients, the clients you deserve. All right, so let's dig in. Who is this training for? It's for you if you want to excel in your business, but you find yourself in such an overcrowded industry, all right? So much is going on. Everybody's doing it. How do you stand out? How do you show that you are the best at this? All right. So there's so much going on, and you want to excel in the overcrowded industry. Excuse me. Secondly, you want to grow a listening audience and loyal client base. You want people who know you, who like you, who trust you. You want to build that around you. That way they can keep buying from you over and over again. Lifetime customers, lifetime value, coming, converting with them over and over again. You want that. Then this training is for you. Do you want to build your brand and be recognized as a leading business in your industry? This training is for you, meaning that you want to step up from where you are. You want to be recognized. You want to distinguish yourself from the rest and stand out, all right, and be recognized as a leader in your industry. Then you're in the right training, all right? So in the next few minutes, this is what I'll do. I'll draw your attention to how your brand can distinguish itself from the rest of the crowd. How you as a brand can distinguish yourself. So yes, there is overcrowded, but yes, you can stand out. All right, I'll show you how exactly to do so. I'll show you how to build authority status and be recognized as the expert in your niche, even if there were many before you. Yes, so you may be relating with that, being that you just came, you're about to just start a new business, and you're afraid that there's a lot of people, there are a lot of people doing it ahead of you, and you feel you're new. How are you going to just step in and take over? How do you want to lead? How do you want to overtake? You're probably wondering. Then I'll be explaining to you how you can start building the authority status and be recognized as an expert. I'll also explain to you in this next few minutes how to build your personal brand and attract the type of clients that you want. Those ones that will be willing to pay you without asking you, please now, can you give me last price? Can you do this? Can you? No, you're going to learn here in this training how to attract the clients that you deserve, and they'll come to you. You won't have to be pushing. They'll be the one pulling you. All right, they'll be the one pulling you to them and offering you their money. That is the idea here, all right? And then you also learn how to help people solve problems and earn in 6 to 8 figures, all right? You will learn how to understand how you basically understand how this works, being that the moment you start learning that it's really about solving and not selling, you will see that this is about building an authority that people understand that you can help them solve their problems, not particularly one who is always trying to sell and pushing your business into their head, their faces. No, you understand the dynamics here when it comes to solving problems and how you can earn once you start establishing your business as the authority that you ought to be. Then I'll show you how to start doing it right now. The steps you need to start carrying out immediately, all right? I'll show you in this training. Okay, this is my promise to you that at the end of this training, you will get your 3-step path to standing out your industry and claiming your authority status. All right, it's my promise to you, and I'm going to deliver just that. Okay, I need you to stay with me to the end. Please, if you have any distractions, you can, if you're at home or where it's busy or noisy, you can just tell people to tone down their voices or not distract you, close the door, put your phone on vibration or silent, just limit all distractions so that you can concentrate, because I just need a little bit of your time to teach you or to explain to you These things are very essential to growing your brand at this point that you are in. So please, 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 I implore you to stay with me till the very end because you get the value that this was set up for. All right. So does this sound like you? You feel you are too late to the industry. You just came like a lot of people have gone ahead of you. They've taken all the customers. Where do you want to start from? Do you feel like that? All right. Do you see others excelling in your line of business, but you have no idea how they did it? Like they just came and they took over. How did they do it? How did they get there? Some of them came a long time ago. How did they even rise up? Some people have been there longer than they are, but they did not get to the point where they are. Do you understand? So, do you see yourself? Do you see others excelling and you're wondering how? You feel your competition may never match you feel sorry, your business may never match the leading competition. So yes, you feel you're late. When will I catch up? I probably won't. Let me just stay in my little space. Is that you? You thinking you're just gonna play little and play with small customers because there's no chance for you here to grow. Others have grown and occupy the big spaces. So you're still struggling in your small spaces and you're comfortable in it, or you're not so comfortable, but you do have no choice and you feel okay, let me just deal with what I have. It's my choice. I didn't come early. I should have started a long time ago. Do you feel those kind of thoughts coming in, making you feel so bad and downcast, that you may never just get ahead of the rest, all right? You feel that way. You struggle to find customers monthly. You struggle to make ends meet. It's so hard. Business seems to be so difficult. You can't make profit so easily. Other people are making it. Where are they making it from? You mean there's money in the system, but I'm not seeing it? Is that you? All right. Then I'm talking to you. All right. Do you feel you deserve far more than people pay you for your offer? But if you increase your price, no one will pay. Is that how you feel? You feel you deserve more. You should be paid your worth. But your price right now, you're struggling to even have them pay. And you feel if you even try to make an attempt to tag prices so that you're paid what you're worth, they won't even come anymore. Do you have that feeling? Do you just sometimes sorry, do you feel sometimes downcast, like you're just earning chicken change and it makes no sense? Meanwhile, others are doing far less than you are doing, but they are earning far more. Do you have that feeling? All right. Do you sometimes wish, like secretly wish, you could just quit and find a job? Is that you? No, tell me, do you have that feeling sometimes? I know you can't, of course, I can't hear you, but am I talking to you? You secretly just wish you could quit, find a job. Feel like the business is not going anywhere. I mean, people are paid jobs, salaries. Yeah, people on jobs are paid salaries monthly, and at least they're doing better. Do you have that thought coming into your mind? You feel you could just dump all of this and walk away, just find a job and do better at life. Do you have that feeling? You feel like you keep trying so hard, but you don't seem to be getting the results that you need. You hustle when other people are just doing things softly and getting results, but you are hustling every day on the grind, every day, waking up very early, having to sort things, having to spend for family, having to pay fees, having to take care of your mother at home or your father or your siblings. You feel there's so much demand tugging at you. Everyone wants something from you, but you're not even able to meet up to your immediate family, talk less of your extended family, and you wish you could do more, but nothing. It seems like your business is like a basket. Everything goes in and disappears. You don't know where the money went. It's just being swallowed up. Is this you? Is this you? If this is you, then all the things I mentioned earlier, they're not the real problem. It's not really about those things. The real problem is that you haven't figured the technique that works. All right. Now, you've probably done a lot of things. You've paid coaches, you've trained, you've attended trainings, you've done a lot of things here and there, you've boosted ads, you've done so much, but nothing's working. Nothing is working. You're struggling. You're still struggling. Day in, day out, you've tried everything in the book. All right. But it seems like nothing is working. It seems sometimes you feel a cost. Sometimes you feel like could it be that you're cost? Could it be that that you're just not made to make it? Is that you? No, no, no. This is not what you should be thinking. What matters right now is that you probably haven't nailed it. You probably haven't hit the point where the solution you're looking for is, all right? You haven't figured the technique that works. Because once you figure it out, you will realize that those leading in your industry are not more superhuman than you are. All right? They are not more superhuman than you are. Just as you see them as superhumans excelling, making it big, you can do far more. You can do far more than they are doing. All right? You haven't figured it out. You will have complete confidence in your offer eventually. All right? And you will draw the clients you want and be paid whatever you charge. You still haven't figured this out, right? But this is what will happen to you the moment you do. The moment you find the technique that works, you will have complete confidence in your offer. You believe in what you are giving the market, and you will draw that clients you want, those clients you want, and you will name your price and they will pay. They will pay you. They are paying others. They will pay you. They'll pay you. All right. Once you figure it out, you realize that there had always been space for you at the top, but you have been wasting time. There's room for you. At that point where people are excelling and you seem like they were too far off from you, like you can't catch up. I'm here to tell you that once you realize the technique that works, you'll find out that there's enough room for you and you can fit right in and you can even overtake. It is possible. It is possible. But you are struggling right now, and it seems like it's not possible because you are still struggling. You haven't found the technique. But I'm here to tell you that these things are possible once you figure it out. All right. And then you will realize you only needed to work smart and not hustle so hard. All right. The moment, honestly, I'm so excited even talking about this because I'll share my story ahead as we proceed in this training, and you'll see where I'm coming from. Honestly, you need to stick with me with this. You need to know that eventually you realize that you needed to just work smart and not be hustling, not working so hard, stressing yourself day and night. But you need to find out the technique that works and work towards it with a direction and a clear focus. All right. So, are you ready? Are you ready? These are 3 easy and doable steps that you may have overlooked, but they are very essential to your business growth. Yes, I'm going to explain them to you. 3 easy and doable steps. You've probably seen them before. You've seen people do it, but you probably thought they were pointless. You looked at it and you probably ridiculed them. What are these ones doing? Well, no, I'm going to show you, and you marvel at the things I'll show you today. All right? Today, I'll walk you through exactly how to follow the steps. I will not just show you, but I'll walk you through how exactly you need to follow these steps. And there are going to be 3 steps I'll explain to you. Okay, so if you hear me, you don't know who I am. My name is Amba Jakaye. I'm a digital strategist, a trainer, and a coach. And I help experts create and launch digital products and programs so that they can reach more people, make more impact, and earn more money. So yes, the moment you enter this training, you became an expert because that is exactly what you are. I'm naming things, I'm calling you what you ought to be. You are an expert. You will claim your niche, you will become the authority that people need to listen to in your industry. Okay? So yes, 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 I'm so excited to be doing this training with you. Okay, so why should you listen to me? Yeah, Amba. Yeah, so who are you? Why should I listen to you? Let me share with you my story. Okay? Yeah, this is me. This is me. I've been at this point where deliver trainings, I've taught, I'm a digital strategist, I'm a digital marketer. I know a lot of, if you bring it to me, I'm going to dish it to you, everything you need to know. All right. I know my onion, all right. I know things. I train and I coach a lot of people in digital marketing and strategies for business growth. Okay. This is still me. I have pictures here of having trained in okay, this the one here on the top left is the training I did in Ogun State, to over 400 people who attended. All right, different kind of trainings I've attended. One below is the one I did with the Abuja Enterprise Agency. All right, we didn't take it so much clear trainings within inside the hall, but we came outside and took a more clearer picture. This is me. I'm not going to focus too much on this right now. But here's the thing. This is why I showed you those pictures. I did a lot of trainings. I was just all over the place. I was delivering, I was traveling, I was doing so much, but I lacked fulfillment. I lacked ownership. I was overworking myself, traveling, trying to catch up, trying to meet up, trying to fix trainings here and there, trying to do this, do that. People were getting value, but I was overworking myself. I needed energy, And not just that, I was broke. I was still broke. I wasn't, in spite of all the trainings and all the empowerment I did, or all the people I coached, I still found myself broke. All right. When I did all of that, I was working a full-time job, 9 to 5. And I did that for complete 6 years, 9 to 5 job. At some point, 2019, sorry, 2018 to 2019, okay, in 2018, I got a job and it relocated me to Kano. So I lived in Kano for a full year up to 2019, okay? So I lived in Kano for a full year, relocated to Kano. I was paid well, I was paid well. So of course, salary looked good. So I decided to relocate to Kano to do this job. Awesome, all right. But then this is what happened. In one complete year, after one complete year, by March 2019, my contract ended abruptly. It was not planned. I didn't expect it. All right, I did not expect it. I was expecting it to be extended like we usually do. I didn't see it coming. Now, if we even planned it ahead of time, I would have known, right? They told us maybe a month to, but no, they did not tell us a month to. They told us a day to that the contract had ended. So you just come the next day, clear up your decks, and that's it. Oh my God, this is somebody that relocated all the way from Abuja, Nigeria to Kano State, Nigeria. That was my first time in Kano. Relocated, I got a 3-bedroom flat. I was doing a good job. I was having a good time in Kano. But all that ended just instantly for me, all right? And this is me. No, of course, this is not me. I took this picture, so I couldn't be in the shot, all right? But this is the driver packing my stuff. So I'd already packed my stuff into the truck, and he was going to start transporting my stuff back to Abuja. I just want to paint a picture of what it seemed like for me. All right. So pictures are always the best ways to explain things. So I tried. When that happened, I came back to Abuja, and then I started trying to sort myself out. Like, it happened so instantly. And I mean, what that meant for me was that, oh, means salary is going to stop. What am I going to do next? The other one, I'm training, nothing is really coming out of it. Really, I need to, push. I'm doing a lot of trainings online as well, but really nothing still, because I had a salary, so I was so comfortable. I didn't really care. But on the business, I was broke. All right. And I needed more money, but the business was not really bringing money in. So I was just managing with salary every month, and that was it. So when that job ended, I had to come and try to do it all. I started rushing, panic got into me. I started trying to do it all. This is me as a digital marketer. I wanted to enter into the food sector. I just wanted to start teaching everything, digital marketing, teaching, I was all over the place. No focus, nothing, just teaching everything, trying to explain to people how to do this, how to do that, dragging me here, dragging me there. Oh my God. Then I set up a training, the training in the previous slide, of course, this one about food businesses, right? I set up this training. I had a target. I thought I would meet the target, but guys, what you see, those red lines were my nose. No, I'm not interested. Now, they would indicate interest too. They would come in, click, fill in the form, and then when it comes to following up with them, okay, pay. No, sorry, I can't. I don't have money to pay now. I'll pay later. Maybe I'll join the next one. You get those answers sometimes if you relate. Maybe I'll join the next one. Okay, sorry, I'm waiting to the end of one, but money did not come. Oh, sorry. No, I can't afford it for now. Those were the reds you see there. No's, 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 no, no, no. There were so many at me. And I felt so down because I was trying so hard calling them. I spent a lot of time, effort calling to follow up. It was a struggle. And then I realized that why I was struggling was because they probably did not trust me. And that's the truth. It's not even a matter of probably. They did not trust me. Am I a food business? What do I want to come and tell them? But trust me, guys, if I was an expert in your industry, they would come running to me. I wouldn't need to be pushing. I wouldn't need to be begging them to attend my training. All right. Do you understand my picture right now? Do you understand what I'm trying to paint in your head right now? All right. They did not trust me. That is why I got these red marks. That's why I got this nose in my Excel sheet. All right. I even went ahead to try network marketing. I remember even going online to tell the followers I had that, hey, come and join me on this. I'm sure they must have been confused, like, what's going on with this lady? What's she doing? I tried my hands on that, but I couldn't even follow up with that. It didn't just work for me. All right. So I became desperate. This was a course I sold in 20. I sold this course for the first time in 2017, and I sold it higher than this. This was me being desperate in 2019, selling it at 3,999. That was some desperation going on there. I needed money. I needed to just not allow the last salary I collected, to deplete. I was not saving. Okay, it just seemed to be nothing. I mean, I just, started realizing that, okay, it was time to start putting things together and arranging my life. And then suddenly things just messed up on me, and that was it. So I sold this course at a very ridiculous price, and that was because I was desperate. Then, this is what happened. This young man you see here is my husband. And one day he called me, said, see, babe, we need to talk. And then he said, dishing me some questions. What are you doing? Really? What are you really known for? If I was to ask you what you're known for, what would you say? You need to focus. You can't be everywhere. You need to focus. You should become known for something. All right. You should become known for something. You can't do everything. You can't be here, there, everywhere. You can't do everything. All right. He now gave me instances. What is Sonny Ade known for? Why do you think he has sustained through the years? Why do you think he's still relevant today after so many years? After growing, now, sorry if you don't know who Sonny Ade is. Sonny Ade is one of the foremost legends in Nigeria for music. All right, music in Nigeria. He's one of the, in fact, we would say he's number one right now, honestly. There's no high profile party that Sonny Ade is not called to perform. He's the number one. All right. So this is it right now. What is he known for? We grew up when we were little, hearing Sonny Ade. Today we're how many years old? We are old, far older, and he's still relevant to the music industry. That means there's something he did right. All right. What is he known for? There's something he's doing right. When he said ask him those questions, honestly, my brains just started taking some 360, 360, 360. I just started wondering, that's right, what exactly is going on here? And then he told me this, you need to find one thing and dial it in. These were his exact words. Dial it in. I won't forget these words. You need to dial it in. These things kept sorry, these things kept ringing in my head, kept ringing in my head. And then I had to do some reflection. One thing that's important, guys, is that you find people who will sit you down and talk some real sense into you. You need that. You need to find such people. If you are in a circle where you are the don and you are the only one who is important, then you're in the wrong circle. Go find the next circle that somebody there is going to sit you down and talk you some sense. You understand what I mean? All right. It's very important. I needed to slot that in. But for me, you know what? I discovered it the hard way, and this is what most people do. You're probably like me. You've been running around in a circle, and you probably haven't figured it out. This is what happened to me. I discovered it the hard way after having struggled for how many years, you know, how many years? I had spent years running around in circles, doing everything, lacking focus. I tried all things. I was practically all things to all men, thereby confusing my audience. Imagine today I'm a network marketer, next tomorrow I'm teaching this, next tomorrow food industry. I'd even tried going into fashion, fashion industry, with the same kind of training. And then I put up the flyers. I even tried promoting it for a few days. Next thing I pulled it down, I said, no, Amba, you have to stop. You just have to stop. I gave myself sense that time, but it was not because I'd realized what I wanted to do. I was still confused. All right. So are you at that kind of point where you are all things to all men? Some of you may be at that position where you do so many things and then you confuse people. They don't know what exactly you are known for. Are you there? All right. I discovered this one also the hard way, that not specializing in a craft enough to be recognized as an expert in it. All right. So yes, I was a marketing girl. I knew digital marketing. I knew digital strategy, but I was just everywhere. If you want to mention what is Amba known for, okay, she teaches marketing or something like that. That's it. You won't really distinguish me or single me out from the crowd as such because we are so many. We're so many doing digital marketing, all right? So you wouldn't particularly single me out. And that is not what I wanted. I wanted to be singled out. I wanted to be identified. I wanted to be distinguished. But I was struggling. I was struggling. But hey, aren't you just lucky? Lucky that I'm here to bring this to you. Meaning that you can learn from me and take the easy lane. So if I suffered for how many years and I struggled, you don't have to struggle. Meaning that you've just hit this video at a time where you are lucky. Honestly, you are lucky. And this video will be pulled down anytime. So you are so lucky to be at this point in this day watching this video, because what I'm going to tell you here is going to help you. All right. You will learn the 3 steps you must take to establish yourself as an authority and start attracting high paying clients. Yes, that's what I'll teach you today. And I'll walk you through all 3 of them as we proceed. All right. So step 1 with me. Let's get right in. Step 1. Identify a key challenge or opportunity in your industry. That's a very, 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 very first step. I need you to identify a key challenge or opportunity in your industry. What are people struggling with? All right, we're going to step right into it. What are people struggling with? Listen to the people in your industry and find out what they are struggling with. Find out the challenges that are persisting. Those things, I'm not talking about just customers. I'm talking about even the fellow vendors as you. All right. Even the people who are running the business with you. What are they struggling with? All right. If you keep it one-sided and just focus on just the customer, fine, you can, but if you want to give yourself a double dose of this and get yourself to the point of expertise where even the ones you look up to start looking up to you, then you need to exploit from both angles. What are they struggling with? Look at it from the side of the customer, look at it from the side of the people also selling or delivering a service or whatsoever it is that they're doing in your sector, your competition. What are they struggling with? As I stand here, I can tell you what my fellow competition is struggling with. And this is what I'm positioning myself to be the one to lead them in the direction they need to go. And as I tell you this, they have started calling me. They started reaching out to me because they need help in this area. They need help in these areas. They need help and I'm able to deliver them this help. This is what you should be thinking. Because when you start thinking about leadership, leadership does not pick sides. It goes all out. That is leadership. You want to lead your industry, exploit from both ends. All right? What challenges are people struggling with? What is really important yet appears to be unaddressed or ignored? Take some time out and think about this intently. What is so important but appears to be unaddressed? What is that thing that even the fellow people in your industry are not addressing? This is where you can fit in. This is where you can come out and raise your voice, which we'll talk about later. But I'm so excited because I think, this is interesting and this is deep. This is deep, all right? Ask questions to discover these main issues. If you sit on it by yourself and you try to just go online and Google, you won't get direct answers because Google is going to show you, and Google is just going to show you more generalistic information. But you need narrowed down answers. You need them. So you need to ask questions. You need to go to the people in your industry and start asking questions. Go to the groups on your phone. Go and ask them. Enter private chat. Ask people questions. Get deeper into what they are dealing with. All right. I'll show you a few ways you can go about that. And then I need you to also explain or find for yourself what opportunities that are available. Once you start identifying these challenges, your mind will start opening up to, okay, wow, there's a gap here. Maybe I can feel it. Maybe I can fit in here. Oh, I know this. Then why is no one teaching it? Why is no one doing it? Why is no one telling them? Now your mind will start seeing the possibilities. I need you to do this. All right. What opportunities do you see? Okay. This is one method you can use to find out all these questions. All right. If you want to identify the challenge and all of that, ask who will buy it. So when you've identified, of course, you've identified the challenges you're dealing with and you've identified an opportunity, ask yourself, who do you think will buy this from me? Who do you think this fits in for? Who do I think rather wants this so desperately that will be willing to pay for it? Ask yourself also, number two, the 5 whys. Now, this 5 whys comes from the ideology of when you really ask people questions. When you get to ask people questions and they tell you an answer, you need to dig deeper into more whys, because the answer they give you is not the real reason. But the more you ask them, why do you think this is important to you? Why do you think it is that important to you? Why are you doing this? By the time you start digging to more whys, why, you get to the real reason. Let me give you a small example. For example, a little example where maybe I can relate it to my case. All right. Once upon a time, my mother wanted to build a bakery. She wanted to bake bread and sell to the neighborhood and all of that. And my dad, my late father now, used to, he just felt it was not needed. She should have said, please just leave those things. They don't bring profit, nothing. And she kept on standing her ground. No, she has to do this, and he didn't believe in it, and he kept on dampening it for her. So if you ask eventually my mom went on to create, to establish a bakery, small bakery, but somehow the business died for one reason or the other. And so it almost seemed like, yeah, I told you so. Did I tell you? Now she has gone on to do better at this and set up other bakeries. But if you ask her now, Mommy, why are you doing this bakery? She'll say, because I want to sell bread. I want to sell bread and make money from it. But do you know that if you dig deeper into this question, maybe if I get to ask her more, well, why do you think it's important to sell bread to the neighborhood? Why not anything else? Why do you think it is important? If I was to dig deeper and keep asking her why, I would probably get to the roots of the reason why she's insisting on setting up a bakery. It may just be that she wants to prove my dad wrong. My dad is late, but it may just be that she wants to even prove herself correct, that she can actually do this. Do you get where I'm coming from with this? Now I just have to give you that instance because I felt it's very relatable. Where I'm coming to with this is that when you ask people questions and they give you an answer, know that that's not the end answer. Know that that is not the real answer. Keep asking them. Keep digging into their answers to get the real why. The real why. So for me, I haven't asked her, but in a way, I kind of feel like the real why may not just be because she wants to serve her neighborhood. She could always find other businesses to do, if she wanted to. or, but she's so adamant on that. Because I feel it may be because she wants to prove that this thing can work. And that is how a lot of people are today. They want to prove, or for some other people, it may just be something that somebody has told them, or something that maybe something that they've heard of in their family that never functioned or succeeded, and they want to overcome it. Or for some people, they want to take themselves out of this point of disbelief in themselves. They're just different reasons. So I need you to, when you go ask questions, go deep. 5 whys. Get into the why, the why, the why. Make it natural. Don't just say why. Why? Why? Do you get what I mean? All right. When you're done doing that, another area to help validate is ask why now. If I do this now, if I am able to solve this problem now, will it be relevant? Is it important to do it now? And then the last one there is ask why you. Why you? Why me? Now, for you, you may be wondering, okay, when it comes to that point of why me, some of you may want to dampen yourself already by saying negative. No, please don't. I've had people tell me, but I'm not an expert. And I tell them, do you know more than your brother in this topic? And they say, of course. So then you are the expert. And they're like, oh, really? Oh, yeah. Yes, you are the expert. As long as you know 20% more, I'm not even saying 100%, 20% more than the next person, then you are an expert. Why you? You might have this question and you tell yourself, or this limitation, you tell yourself that I've never experienced, I've never done this before. I don't have experience, but I have knowledge. I don't have experience. And I'm here to tell you that Mourinho, you know him, right? Please tell me which game he has played before, but he's the #1 coach. Those of you who know football, did I mention his name well? Yes. Think about all the teachers that taught you in school, that today you became who you are. The engineer, the lawyer, the whatsoever, geologist, whatsoever it is you are. Tell me, are they still teaching? Some of them are still teaching. They are not practicing. What that tells you or me is that from knowledge, you can also be an expert because you have researched this thing deep enough to understand the mistakes that others have made, to learn from their mistakes, to learn from their experiences, that you are now the expert who knows, who is so informed. So informed. So yes, those limitations you have for me, I have just dampened them, I've debunked them for you. You are the expert. So why you? Because you deserve it. Because you can do it. Because you have a story to tell. Because you have researched this deep enough to teach it, to solve it. You are the expert. Let's step on. Number two, find your voice. So when you are done identifying the challenge and are seeking to find an opportunity, I need you next. The next thing you need to do is to find your voice. You have been silent. This is the time to discover where you can introduce yourself, where you can speak, where you can step into the conversation and take over. Now imagine yourself in a meeting in a boardroom and everyone is talking. They're all talking about a particular topic. Talking, arguing. You will sit right there, right? And you will listen. And then when you realize that they've not said that one thing that is in your mind, you raise up your hand and say, I have this to say. And you will say it. And everyone will say, wow, why didn't we think of that? Now that is you. That is you. Find your voice. Find your voice. I need you to find your voice because you have it. Have a voice in you that is struggling to come out, that is struggling to win. I need you to find that voice and let it go free. Find your voice. All right. Here are a few pointers. Can you identify that thing you know so well that you can help people solve so easily? All right. Do you know those things? It's so easy for me to just say, what are those things you can even teach even in your sleep? Those things that you know so well that even if they wake you up in the middle of the night, you will represent. All right. Secondly, what change can you make happen? Now we're talking about finding your voice. What change can you make happen? What extra thing can you bring to the conversation that will make them say, oh wow, why didn't you think of that? What do you want to be known for in your industry? This is where you start crafting how you can be introduced, how your voice can be found, what you need to be known for, the focus you want to identify and drill in and dial it in, like my husband would say. All right. Is this something people will be willing to pay you to help them solve? Do you think this is something they'll be willing to pay you without even thinking of how much you charge? All right. Is this something they will hunger for you and look for you? And they want you to help them solve. All this will help you find your voice. If you think through these questions critically, you'll be able to identify the gaps that you need to fill and how you can start crafting your message, how you can start finding your voice and positioning it rightly to be identified in that crowded marketplace. All right. Number 3, and this is our final step. Package and launch that solution. Package and launch your solution. So after you've identified your challenge, you found your voice. Of course, you know that in identifying the challenge, we are able to identify opportunities. Then you crafted your voice. You understood where you can come in, and you started understanding your message. You started, dialing in on your offer. What exactly you want to bring to the table, to the conversation. Now it's time to package and launch the solution. What is that thing you want to help them solve? It's time to put it together. And these are the few points. Validate and establish your solution, leveraging technology. Now, this is important. You leverage technology to reach hundreds and thousands of people. The reason why I'm saying this is because if you try to do it with the typical means, package and publish your solution, maybe in a way that maybe you want to start struggling with printed books or printed materials, you struggle. Of course, you will struggle. Like I don't mean it that way. But what I mean is that you would have more leverage, or you have more opportunities, or more reach if you do things using technology, because technology has no bounds. The other way, you have to start thinking about logistics. You may even spend a lot of money. You'll be struggling so hard. Meanwhile, we want to find a way to make this easy for you. And the technology that we have is a blessing to us, because while others are using it to play, other people are using it to create wealth. And that's what I want to introduce to you today. You will start using that phone in your hand, that laptop on your table to create wealth. That internet you subscribe to for WhatsApp or Facebook or Twitter, you will start using to create wealth. And you have to leverage on that same technology so that you can reach hundreds and thousands of people locally and globally. All right. Now, another point is this. As you gain popularity, you become known as the expert. You will attract your ideal paying clients or audience, and you will start earning good money as you seize opportunities and begin your rise to the top. All right. So this is very important. At the time you package and publish that solution, after we've gone through numbers, step 1, step 2, and this is step 3, you will start seeing yourself gain momentum. Then you start being known. Don't forget we're leveraging technology. Then you start attracting the people that you deserve. On your own now, if you try physically, you will just be working with your network, struggling. Okay, please, can you introduce me to this person? Technology will make you enter the right places, enter the right countries, enter the right cities without permission. That is technology. Do you see? Has any ad taking permission from you before appearing in your face? Tell me. Has any advertisement on your phone, appearing on your phone, has it ever asked you for permission before it showed you that ad? They just come up in front of your face and you have no choice but to look at them. This is what technology will help you do. All right, so let's proceed. Now, think about all the things I've said. Does this is my method of before? Does this still make sense? Did it make sense? Did it make sense? You tell me, did it? I'm guessing the answer is no from your end. That was the old way, and this is the new way. You don't need a hard, nerve-wracking, time-consuming process like this, trying to fit into every box. trying to push here, push there, push there. This may come later, but the method I was following was just wrong. I should have just followed a pattern that's proven to work. And it took me 6 years to figure it out. Identify a key challenge, find your voice, package and launch a solution. And then you start attracting the right people. This is what I should have done since. Because right now, as I speak to you, I am not pushing, I pull. They come to me naturally because they know that I know what I'm saying. But I needed to do it this way. And that's why I'm showing you this today. All right. This method is very simple, it's scalable, and you don't require too many resources to achieve it. Like I said, you don't have to start struggling looking for logistics. They will easy. You will leverage on technology and you will achieve it. You will achieve it. All right. It's something you probably overlooked. But you know what? Let me show you something. Let me show you something. Look at this. This is proof. This is proof. Some of you may know who is on your screen right now. You know him. Yeah. Maybe I can hear you echoing. Some of you are saying, Akin Labi. Oh, Naira guy. Oh, yes. House of Rep guy. Yes, he's the one. The owner of the writer of Small Business Big Money, the author. Yes, he's the one. Let me tell you a bit about Aki Alabi. I read his book and that's how I got that. Whoa, really? This is what happened. Before he started NairaBet, this is what happened. He released a book. He was training people typically on, just like what I was doing basically. Well, of course, he was on a higher scale. Maybe I can't really compare myself. Maybe I can, I don't know, or whatever. Let's go in. Okay, so he was training people a lot, doing a lot of capacity building and all of that. And then he had interest in this area of sports, in sports betting, and he understood. He had traveled wide. He understood the business. He understood the market abroad. How it worked and all that. And he thought he could bring it to Nigeria. And then what he did was he wrote a book. He launched a book, created and launched a book. And the book was about teaching people, or rather showing people the opportunities that existed in sports betting abroad. All right. So he did that, packaged it in a book, and he sold it for 4,000 naira, or was it 4,500 naira or so. He sold it like to people, and then they started reading his book, sorry. And then he used it to build an email list. They were just growing, he was increasing email. He made a lot of money from selling. He sold over 1,000 copies, and then he found that at some point people started reaching out to him. Oh my God, your book was amazing. You know what? Thank you for all the ideas you shared on where I can bet and make money. If it showed me where I can put money, put small and make 10 times more. People were doing these things and they were getting results. They were getting results based on the information he had packaged in his book and launched. All right. And then next they started reaching out to him, asking him questions. Okay, so I have $1,000. And where do you think I should put it based on your advice? As a sharp guy that he is, he started thinking, wait, so these people that I thought, and I opened their eyes to this opportunity, they are now carrying big money to go and put in Igbo man's land. Sorry, what I mean is that they took it to the West, all right, to Western Europe and all of that. Okay, so they're taking this money in big amounts like this, and they're going to invest it abroad. No. I have to do something about it. Why don't I bring that solution right here into my country so that I can benefit from this? What did Aki Alabi do? He decided to start the foremost betting company in Nigeria called NairaBet. He started it. He pioneered this business before the rest came up, Bet Nigeria and all of that. He was the first. He introduced it to the market. And guess what? The first people he reached out to were those who bought his book. And why did they jump on his solution? Because they trusted that he was the expert. They trusted him enough. They bought his book, they read his book. Immediately he started the NairaBet business. They were his first customers because they trust, if he can teach me in that book and he'll help me to make a lot of money, that means I have to come register on his own platform because it's going to help him make far more. And that is what happened. Now tell me, what did Akin do first? He did these things we've just explained to you. Yes, he identified an opportunity, found his voice, and he published it. Oh my God. Yes, that's what happened. So this is a life proof. Akin Alabi is not my brother. He's not my uncle. I don't know him. He doesn't know me. This is an example, a wild example, a real example showing proof of what I've just delivered to you. This three-step process, one that would work and will show results as long as you follow it the right way. Now, you may be a complete newbie. It's fine. You may think, oh, but that's Akiela. He's a big guy, you know. He knows he's quite, you know, he's in the big circles. You might be thinking that, but did he get, was he born from the circle in his mother's, into the circle from his mother's womb? Opportunities. He drove to the point of discovering techniques that work, and he made it happen. And he took himself to the front of the industry. Number one betting company in Nigeria. Well, it's fine if you're new, if you're just starting, if you feel this is the beginning for you, let me show you something. You need to know this. You are enough. You can do it. You can create wealth. If they could do it, they don't have two heads. See this man here? Does he have two heads? No, one. Does he have more than two hands? No, two. What else does he have? Does he have two eyes? Yes, two. Does he have 5 ears? No, two. So you can create wealth. You are a problem solver, meaning that you have the solution to somebody's problem right now. People will listen to you. They will listen to you. Yes, you. They will. As long as you start talking, as long as you find your voice based on the solution that you want to deliver, they will listen to you. People will pay you well. Because when they listen to you, they will like you, they will trust you, and they will pay you whatever price you mention. You can achieve anything. Anything you set your mind to do, you can do it. People need your help. If there's anything I mentioned, and maybe out of things I mentioned, you're still having limiting beliefs, I need you to know that it's no more even about you. It's about the fact that you are making a lot of people suffer because you have not come out with your solution. They need you, and they are willing to pay you. And they are looking for you, but they cannot find you because you have not found your voice. You need to find your voice. And you need to come deliver it to the people in dire need of the solution that you can offer them. Do you understand? Now, let me show you. You who is a newbie, right? Let me show you this example. It's a case study. I showed you before, Akin Alabi. Random person, I don't know him. Yes, we know him because of what he has done. But this is people I have worked with, people I have helped. Now, do you see this? This is somebody earning in dollars. Total newbie. She joined one of our programs. She followed these steps I've just outlined to you. She made 6 figures on the internet for the first time. It was her first time ever selling anything on the internet. In fact, this is what happened. She was a PhD student. Of course, she now left on study leave. She was studying abroad, left on study leave back to Nigeria. And somehow she just found herself at a point where she felt she needed to write a book, right? And then she had to launch something, her knowledge, because she had a lot of experience in emotional healing and thought in emotional pain and healing and needed to, you know, teach or help people in this direction. What she did was that the next thing, the moment she realized that she just had this prompt in her heart to write a book, she went online and the next thing she saw was my advert. My ads popped up on her screen and she was like, wow. Next thing she sent me a message, a private message, and then she joined my program and she almost dropped out twice. Somewhere along the line, we were able to push her because we have a support group that will push you all the way to the end. And we pushed her to the end, and these were her results. Today, she has proceeded to launch her own online support program. What did she start with? She started with a small material, a book that she launched her idea to the world. She found her voice, she found a problem, identified an opportunity in it, and delivered her solution to the world. She earned money while at it. So in case you think you once you are talking, you'll be broke. No. See, she earned money. This is what she said. This is my US account for international customers. I launched my book on what this is her chat to me. I screen grabbed, sorry. This was in 2019. I launched my book on October 1st. As you can see, by October 4th, I had already made over $200. And this is just for the payment that I processed. There's still more, but I'll leave it here for now. Now she was telling me everything step by step. All right. She had made this from dollars, talk less of the one she had made with Naira. And the one people had paid into her account directly, just because she delivered her knowledge and packaged it. Do you see where I'm going? Today, she has gone to the next step. So even beyond step 1, 2, and 3, there are other steps. But this is where, if you're a beginner or you are still struggling with this idea, or you want to even start from the beginning, this is where I get my people to start from. Because when you do this, it's easier to move to step 4, to the next stage. All right. If you are able to do this right. So some of you may be thinking, oh, you mean, what exactly did she do? How? No problem. Just follow me. All right. I'll show you more. I'll show you more. But one thing you must do is invest in mentoring. If you are lost, if you're probably confused, I need you to understand that mentorship is important. The lady I just spoke about came under my program and was mentored by me. Was mentored by me within that program. And I showed her the steps. And so have I done to every other person who has been part of that program. Now we have created a community, and everyone who comes in becomes a part of that community and learns from everybody. That is what we're building. All right. You need a good mentor that will guide you and hold you accountable. You need a great mentor that will bring like minds together, just like what I've just told you, and make them work together for joint effectiveness and support. You need that. You need it for yourself. Now, if you're finding difficult finding a mentor, find a group. Find a group where you can get joint mentorship. What I offer is also in a large direction, joint mentorship. And I can teach you exactly how to go about this. All right. In our programs, we have people establishing their expert elements, rising in their industries, building audiences, and earning in millions. I'm not joking. Let me show you this. This is one of our members, Cohort 5, in the program I'm talking about. She joined our ebook launch program. Follow these 3 steps and more, because in the program, I drill down, I drill deeper, I dial it in. I dial it in. All right. I teach you what exactly you need to do, the structure. So when we're thinking, isn't our ebook? I've written ebook before now. Yeah. What's she talking about? Come into my program and I'll show you what exactly you need to do. I'll show you what exactly you need to do. We can start afresh and you see what you did wrong that you can correct now. All right. So yes, she joined the ebook launch program. She followed the 3 steps outlined. She earned 1.3 million in sales in her first month of selling. When this lady messaged me, she said, "Hey, Amba, you mean I have been sitting on gold?" I told her, "Yes, you have. Yes, you have. This is what happened. Before, by the first week, she had made up to 500,000 naira. That's like about almost $1,500, By the end of the month, because it was festive season, it was December, by the end of the month, this was her message to me before the month end, telling me the second photo, telling me that she was just 18K away from hitting her 1 million naira goal. All right. And by that end of the month, by the end of the month, brought her into the group to come and explain to people what exactly she did and her results and everything. By the time she was explaining to us, she had already made 1.3 million in sales. And that was just 1 month. 1 month. She went ahead to build a mentorship community. Do you see what I've just explained to you? Something you have been overlooking. But it is powerful. It is powerful. She went ahead to build a mentorship community. So it doesn't just stop at just creating and launching. That's where you start moving to the next step and you start building. That's how you rise to leadership. That's how you rise to taking over. That's how you rise to distinguishing yourself. That's how you rise to being the one that everyone turns to suddenly. And you start drawing people to you. Not you going after them, but they just come to you. They're attracted to you because you've built something that they can like and trust. All right? Let's proceed. Today I promised, right? I know. I promised I'm going to show you how to stand out in an overcrowded market industry, in this case. 3 key steps you need to take to establish yourself as an authority in your niche. And I also promised that I will show you how to attract the type of clients you want and start being paid what you deserve. Okay, that's what I promised. So I also promised, of course, a few more things, which of course I didn't mention, but I've summarized them into those 3. But one thing that I think is very important is that I don't want you to repeat the mistakes that I made. I want you to follow what actually works because it worked for me and I helped people do it and it worked for them. You see, the moment my husband told me to dial it in, I realized what was in my hand. At that point, I had started this community. It was one of those extra, when I was doing everything, it was one of the things I was doing that was part of the everything. But this one was gaining result, was gaining momentum. I had done my own. And I saw that it was gaining, people were trusting me suddenly. Wow. Oh, wait. Whoa, I'm becoming the expert in this. Next thing, I created a community. And I drew people in. Okay, if you trust me, then let's do this. And I helped them. And they made results. They got results. And I figured, wow. So immediately my husband told me that I need to dial it in. I looked at what was in my hand at that moment. And I realized, this is working. Dial it in, Amba. Wake up from your slumber and do this. And I started doing it, and the results have started coming. And these are the results I'm showing you now. You are seeing. So you don't need to repeat my mistake and struggle for 6 years. Just follow what I've explained to you. If it's working for others, it will work for you. Reverse engineer this process. If it's working for others, it will work for you. Follow what actually works. Remember when I talked about the technique, you've not discovered the technique. This is it. This is a technique that will work for you. If it's working for others, then you are not an alien to work for you. What do you need? Again, you will need to identify a key challenge opportunity in your industry or opportunity in your industry. Find your voice. You recognize this? I'm sure you do. Second point, find your voice. Third point, package and launch your solution. I have to recap this so that you will see for yourself that I'm not speaking grammar. This is what works. All right, this is what works. And there are 3 powerful steps that will propel you forward in your industry, that will help you distinguish yourself and establish authority in your niche. And then I will attract paying clients to you, people that will, and then you make your money with ease. It works. It works. All right? It works. Now you have a choice. How can I help you? If you need me to help you, I need you to come into my ebook launch program. Now, I need to let you know that this is serious business now. This is not about writing a book and selling. No, 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 no. We're not creating books for selling. We came to solve problems and we will solve problems through this medium. But there's somewhere we're going with this. And for me, I think this works as a first step. Based on what I have done and seen work, and those I've helped and it has worked, I need you to join me on this first step. Let us get started. And I'll show you the power in this. Now, I may have said, okay, let's step right into something as big, okay, publishing something bigger or creating a solution in something like an online course. I could have said that, but I did not. Because I need you first off to start from the beginning, to start from a point where you establish it right, you establish your authority figure right, so that when you step to the next stage, it will be seamless flow. To be seamless flow. They will naturally come because they trusted you, just like the Aki and Labi situation. They trusted you. So anything you bring in the future will be a piece of cake. I need you to come, let's get started. And this is your journey. This is that journey we promised you, the expert status. That's establishing your expertise, authority in your niche. All right. And my community of experts and I are ever ready to help you create and launch your well-structured ebook. And we will help you do it in 30 days, just 30 days. I've done it for others. I've helped them. They did it in 30 days. You can do it too. I don't need you to think about anything right now. Don't think about the limitations. Don't think about time. Just come in first. Just come in first. We've had a lot of people there. Our community is full of people who are busy executives. We have PhD students in there, up to like 3 of them. Up to like 3 of them. We have busy entrepreneurs in there. But they are there because they found out that this works and they're still there, helping others right now. So they're looking for you to come in so that they can show you the gold they just found, the thing they just found, honestly. Just come in and we'll help you do it right. We will support you and we will hold you accountable. We'll hold you accountable and you will get it done. You will get it done with ease. It is our desire for you, and if you decide for yourself and you want results, you will do it and it will work. And you find the results you deserve. And you get all the things you desire for yourself. Who is this program for? It's for anyone who needs to realize that they must be committed and be ready to take on a challenge that will pour them into growth. So if this is you, you need to know that you must be committed and be ready to take on a challenge. Initially, our program was called Ebook Challenge because I challenge people to do it. So even if you see it by that name, it's okay. It's a revamped name now, Ebook Launch Program. All right. So come and you must be committed to take it and it will spoil your growth. So it's not my ebook. It will not have my name on it. To have your name. The reason why we're focusing on ebooks is because of that thing we talked about, technology. Going farther than your legs can carry you. With physical books. Technology will take you far. Your book will arrive in places you've never been. People you didn't even think existed. Because they'll have access to it. Much more than if you were to push it with your physical hand or your network, physical network. You push it into strangers' hands. That is the idea. That is the idea of technology. All right. You must have integrity and a real passion to solve problems and influence people in your industry. You must. It is very important. I don't take this for granted. You must have integrity and passion, inbuilt passion. And you know that what you want to do is not just sell markets, but solve problems. Because the truth is, the moment you start solving problems, money is just going to come. Because people are going to pay you to solve their problems. So you must have this passion. And you must be ready to influence people in your industry. This industry we're talking about. In your niche, you should be ready. You must be willing to deliver real value. You must be willing to deliver real value, not just to touch and go, not just to make money, sell market and go. No, you must be willing to deliver real value to people. Because the moment you do that, oh my God, that leadership you are calling for, it's going to come so naturally, that authority. And money is going to flow. So even if I don't talk too much about money, you need to know that all these things I'm talking about are things that will bring money to you. So I'm not even focusing on the money part. I'm focusing on the end goal that attracts money. That is it. Because once you are the authority, money will find themselves to you. You won't be begging people, please buy from me. They will be the ones to say, please, ahead of you. That is what we want for you. So you must be interested in delivering real value. That people will trust you enough and the money will find you. If none of this matters to you, then this program is not for you. I appreciate you if you've listened to me and this is not in your league. It's okay. At least I'm happy that I'm able to open your mind. But if all these things I've listed above matters a lot to you and you think this is what you want to do, then I need you to step right in. And don't overthink it, but get right in and get it done. Come into the program and get it done. I need you now to click the link below. Spaces are limited. What we did, we even discounted it for you so that you can get in now. All right. And very soon that price will shoot up. Click it below and get in now. It is just for a limited time. I repeat, it is only for a limited time. Don't overthink it. Get in now. The link below, click it and get in now. All right. This is the link in case you want to write it down. Click it and get it now. Click it, visit it, and go click and make your payments and get in. If you want to reach out to me, our details are also below. Please, or somewhere around maybe on the top or below, just check. You see the details, our email address, and you can get across. You can send a message. And if you need help with payment, also make a phone call, get across to us, or send an email, and we'll help you out. All right. But I need you to act now. Jump right into the next cohort. Jump right into our community and start getting value. Start raising yourself to the expert status that you deserve. So that authority status in your niche. All right. I want to thank you for listening to me. I want to thank you so much for spending this time with me as I promised. I hope you got enough value, and I hope you're going to implement and click that link right now and join me in my program. Thank you so much for having spent time with me today. I really appreciate you. Please do me a favor and share this link or share this video to people who you think will be interested. The link you got to come across to this video, send it them, because I also need to have access to them to be able to reach them through their email. So send them that link instead, and and they will have access to this video. At least it will drop in their emails. All right. So I thank you once again. Click the link below and get right in. Bye bye, everyone.